You know, so much is made about the San Francisco offense. Their defense has just posted a touchdown, too. They're running it up now against Atlanta. The 49ers could be headed for an unbeaten record on the road this year. The only other team to do it in the NFL is the Washington Redskins, and that was a strike-shortened season. I don't have to tell you how hard it is raining down there. Joe Montana going deep here, and Freddie Solomon wide open because the defender for Atlanta fell down on the play. 64-yard touchdown, and it is a long, tough season for Dan Henning. Jimmy the Greek says he will be back with the Falcons next year, however. Montana on the sprint to the right here. We'll go to Dwight Clark. Now, Clark is all alone. They lined him up along with Freddie Solomon on that one side. There is Gary Big Hands Johnson just moments ago rushing in for the touchdown. But the point I wanted to make, Irv, is they lined up Solomon and Clark on one side, and all the defensive backs, they went for Solomon.
You know, I think that everybody sometimes gets a little upset when the weather's bad. The 49ers are used to playing in rain, right? That's
true. Good point on that game. Denver and Kansas City. Now, the Broncos, John Elway has thrown a touchdown pass. The Chiefs scored just moments ago to make that 10-7. Elway went to Watson. That was a 48-yard touchdown in that game. Indianapolis and Buffalo, the Colts have just scored, but the Bills are all over them. 21-9 is the score there. Joe Dufek has hit Tony Hunter and Byron Franklin. Franklin for 64 yards on that touchdown. Tampa Bay and Green Bay. Nasty weather conditions up in Green Bay this afternoon. John McKay all huddled up. Here's the touchdown pass, Irv.
This is not a highlight film from 1940s. Wilder takes a pitch to the right and throws a pass up there. It's complete to Armstrong for a 16-yard touchdown.
Vince Lombardi would never be shut out by a team from Florida this time of year up there in Wisconsin. Pittsburgh and Houston right now, battle of the field goals. Oilers lead at 6-3. Warren Moon has come on very well. The Oilers are a better team than they were a month ago. Cincinnati and Cleveland, the Browns lead this one. They are in the third quarter. It is now 10-7 Browns over the Bengals. St. Louis and New England, many of you are watching that game. The Cardinals have really dominated. Irv, I am very surprised at how easily they have accomplished this. Now watch Neil Lomax here, roll right, go into the right corner. Doug Marsh only for 1 yard, the touchdown. They went up 7-0, and of course Jim Hannafin needed this one. Now Craig James will take the handoff, and he will fumble here, and Thomas Howard picks it up.
You know, the Cardinals have been losing games by giving the ball away. This time they pick up a fumble going for a score themselves.
And after that, Irv, it was O.J. Anderson. Watch the second effort here by O.J. as he busts on into the end zone. And the Cardinals, who have to have this to stay within a game of the Washington Redskins, are in complete charge up there in Foxborough, 27-3. Dallas, Philadelphia, at a 7-3, and it is at the half now. The Cowboys with the lead there, but they have lost Tony Dorsett. Joe Pisarcik intercepted by Dennis Thurman, and this was the touchdown for the Cowboys right here. He was going for Spagnuolo, his tight end, underthrew him. Thurman stepped in and went the distance. And Irv, Tony Dorsett really took a whack in this game.
Brent, the Eagles have tremendous pride in their defense. Their linebackers and defensive backs come up and really wrap you. Dorsett on the pitch here is hit by Ray Ellis and was stunned.
Helped off the field, did not return in the first half. They'll make a determination at halftime. And, of course, the Giants and the Jets, the game you are watching here, it is 10-0. The Giants with a lead in this game. Ken O'Brien on the first play had a touchdown pass, Irv, but Bobby Humphrey just couldn't hold on.
This is a bad omen for the Jets. Right off the top, wide open, and the ball simply slid right through his hands.
Now, here they come, Joe Klecko and Mark Gastineau, and they're going to get to Phil Simms. Down he goes on the sack. Pat Leahy has this kick blocked by the Giants. And then, what about this controversy here and the player jumping up?
Kyle Clifton, number 59, in the middle of your screen, jumped up, and he called unsportsmanlike conduct on him. Now, the rules, Brent, is very simple. In order for a player to be able to block a kick, he has to be on the line of scrimmage. He's off the line of scrimmage, jumped up in the air. They call unsportsmanlike conduct. Giants get the ball to get a touchdown instead of the field goal.
All right, the NFL Today continues on CBS after these messages from your local stations. Irv, let me remind everybody, a special NFL game next Saturday on CBS. It's Minnesota against the San Francisco 49ers at 3:30 Eastern Time. The 49ers, one of the elite teams of the NFL, like several others out on the West Coast. And, you know, last year in their first season under Coach Chuck Knox, the Seattle Seahawks made the playoffs for the first time behind a strong running attack that became known as Ground Chuck. And this season, the Seahawks, with an 11-2 record, are even better. And they're winning this year behind an alert and aggressive defense that has given Seattle a new nickname. Opportunity Knox.
Here's Suey in motion through the formation. Avellini's back for the pass. Straightens up, throws out the flat. Caught by Suey. The ball's knocked away. Scramble for it in the end zone. Seahawks recovered. Touchdown Seahawks.
The Seahawks are second in the league in sacks. They lead in fumble recoveries and interceptions. Yet whatever the Seattle defense does, the spotlight in the NFL focuses elsewhere, further south. Dan Marino and the Miami Dolphins are the state-of-the-art in offensive attacks in the National Football League. The last defense to come into the Orange Bowl and shut them down, the Seattle Seahawks, and the Seahawks have not slowed down this year.
Our defense has played very, very aggressively, getting people to the football, hustling and hitting, and being very opportunistic.
We're not a big bunch of guys, but, you know, we play with pride and we play with hustle, and, you know, we just let it all hang out.
Letting it all hang out too much was the Seahawks' story last season. In Knox's first year as coach, their 3-4 defense gave up the most yards in the AFC. So this season, they went back to work, and practice has made the Seahawks perfect.
The players do understand a lot better what we're trying to get done this year, and when they understand and are enthused about it, you're going to get better performances.
We're going to challenge them. Everybody's got to give everything they got. No offsides, run like hell. We got to set the pace. Here we go.
The Seahawks have transmitted that enthusiasm into effectiveness, forcing the most turnovers in football. When they hit, it hurts. And the result is often a loose football.
I think it's smart defense, picking your shots, knowing when to take the ball away, when to go for the ball. You know, we're saying to ourselves in our huddle, you know, a touchdown will beat us. And that's where pride comes in, that you will not allow the team to get in for a touchdown to beat you. Success breeds happiness, and we're successful this season, and certainly we're playing with a great deal of emotion, and we're happy about the things that we've been able to accomplish this season.
If there is a star in Seattle, it's Easley. His 8 interceptions are tied with teammate Dave Brown for the league lead. His future, limitless.
He's got speed, quickness, agility, great hands, intelligence, great attitude. When Kenny Easley volunteered to return punts after Paul Johns went down, it was the first time in the 31 years that I've been coaching that I've ever had a starter volunteer to return punts. That's not a job that people line up to want to do.
Easley's gung-ho attitude permeates this Seahawk roster, and that intangible has propelled them into the NFL's elite.
This is really a special group to me because they're fun to be around, and, you know, it makes coaching so much more enjoyable when you're working with people that come out on Sunday and give the very, very best they have to give, and I've enjoyed it.
You made Tom Catlin what he is today, a successful defensive coach.
No doubt about it. Of course, when he used to be with us in L.A. when I played out there for the Rams under George Allen, and George had a segment in our playbook about how to force turnovers. Put your helmet on the ball to force a fumble, punch the ball out. Tom Catlin learned well.
He sure has. Now let's send you back to the stadium and the game you're enjoying on CBS.